Hello everyone, this is your Daily Dose of Science. This YouTuber figured out how to play video games without using her hands. Instead, she controls games using a combination of her brain signals, facial expressions, and eye movements. She built a custom system using a headset that measures brainwaves, an eye tracker, and a software that was trained to recognize those signals and translate them into different button presses on a controller.
It's ready to test.
This guy built his own pocket-sized radar system. It sends out radio waves and detects the echoes that bounce back from nearby objects, turning them into a real-time motion display you can carry around in your pocket. So this is what your vocal cords look like when you're laughing. This is the iodine clock test, an experiment that demonstrates reaction kinetics.
Wait! Watch.
I see green. Yeah. I can see color. It's green. I see green. What's it green? It's water.
If you open up just a regular ordinary lithium battery, you'll find a long, thin lithium foil. And this is what happens when that lithium foil is placed in water.
Normally, it just fizzles a bunch and maybe lights on fire. In this foil form from the battery, though, it can sometimes be a bit more reactive.
This experiment demonstrates the power of pressure differentials. When the candle extinguishes, the air inside the jar cools and contracts, creating an area of low pressure. The higher pressure ambient air then forces the water into the jar from below. This is what happens when you put a sparkler into an orange. This is how to make a paper popper. These jellyfish-like shapes are actually pockets of methane trapped below the ice. He's testing the pH levels of different drinks. This tiny sphere is the target used in nuclear fusion experiments at the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory in California. Scientists fire 192 incredibly powerful lasers at it simultaneously, compressing the fuel inside until it reaches temperatures and pressures similar to the center of the sun. The goal is to recreate nuclear fusion here on Earth, which could one day provide a virtually limitless source of clean energy. An electrical transformer was damaged during a tornado in Nashville, causing this enormous fireball to light up the sky. These are bioluminescent waves, which are created by billions of microscopic marine organisms, which emit a bright neon blue glow when physically disturbed. Researchers exploring more than 9,000 feet below the ocean surface spotted this adorable snailfish. Despite living under crushing pressures hundreds of times greater than at sea level, snailfish have evolved soft, flexible bodies that allow them to thrive in one of the most extreme environments on Earth.
Speaking of snailfish,
I was wondering.
I'm not sure yet.
Look at those pectoral fins.
This artist made a contraption that moves without using any type of motor or electricity. It only uses the wind and momentum. This company made a cool witch's broom thing that pushes you while you are skating. Imagine having a jet engine in your bedroom.
Big fan. And it's hitting right now too. Yes, sir.
Researchers at the University of Tokyo have developed living skin for robots. Instead of using synthetic materials, they wrap this robotic finger in lab-grown human skin tissue, allowing it to bend, stretch, and even repair small wounds. The researchers hope this technology could one day make humanoid robots look and function much more like real people. This person used boric acid to create an incredible green flame. The green color comes from boron atoms emitting light when they're heated.
Now we can turn off the lights and light it.
One of my subscribers sent me this video of what looks to be a decaying tree, but I'm not too sure. If someone knows what this is and what causes it, then let me know.
Okay, put it in straight. Okay, go. Oh, it's going, it's going. Let go.
I didn't know that.
Here it goes. Woo!
BMW made a car that can change colors.
What's the same as before?
Yeah, no, this one we can delete.
It looks like 999.
Ahead of my radiation treatment, I got this Geiger counter to test my radiation emissions. It says normal, and it says it's at 13 CPMs. I am now officially radioactive. I have my radioactive warning label, so nobody gets too close to me. Holy cow.
Here's an extreme close-up of a wire getting cut.
How you can make rocket fuel with water.
To get conductive material, we're using copper and an insulating spacer. Then you connect the anode and the cathode. And it should look like this. Then you connect the cathode and the anode to the airtight lid.
Then connect it to a car battery and hope for the best. Oh, that's so good! Oh, turn it off!
This is a simple demonstration of how pulleys can make lifting heavy objects much easier.
I'm gonna try to lift this 70-pound weight, but the problem is I'm really weak, and it's really hard to pull up. That's because this pulley system has no real mechanical advantage. It has a mechanical advantage of 1. If I want to move this 70-pound weight up, I need to pull with at least 70 pounds of force to cause this to move at a constant velocity. That's Newton's second law. Another way we can look at this system is by using a ruler and looking at how far I need to pull the rope to cause the weight to move up a certain distance. So notice, I pull down. How far did the rope move?
19 centimeters.
All right, now go down and measure for the weights. How high did it go?
19 centimeters.
All right, now we're going to look at a different pulley system and see how it can make it much easier to lift this weight. Note that this has a movable pulley, and it's much easier for me to get the weight to move up. The force that I'm inputting is being amplified by the pulley system. If we do a quick count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this one technically counts as 8. This string is not included because it's the one that I'm pulling on. For every centimeter that this moves up, I have to pull 8 centimeters of rope, essentially. So Danny, tell me when I pull down and I get to 16 centimeters.
More right there.
All right, and now we measure how far up the weight has moved.
2 centimeters.
So we moved this up 2 centimeters while I had to pull out 16 centimeters of rope to get it to move up.
If you take M&Ms and put them in water, the dye will start to fall off. If you leave them in water long enough, the M will actually float to the surface because it's made of paper. Kilauea, one of the most active volcanoes on Earth, began its 51st eruption episode on July 15th. It has been in an ongoing eruption cycle for some time now. Each episode is driven by magma rising from deep within the Earth and accumulating in an underground reservoir beneath the summit. When the pressure builds enough, it forces its way to the surface. Once the pressure drops, the eruption pauses until the cycle begins again. The volcano is located in Hawaii and is monitored continuously by scientists due to how frequently it erupts. That is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Later.